Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338, Biffid at yahoo.com, Biffid at yahoo.com. Text, write, phone, whatever, comments, suggestions, you want a reading. I do it all, mediumship. And as luck would have it, I have a fantastic guest today, Anthony. Anthony, introduce yourself. Well, he's busy right now. He's working here.
Yeah, I'm working. No, I'm Anthony Williams. I'm a local artist here in town. And I enjoy coming on the show and showing my work and just, in general, just have a good talk.
Yeah,
Feels good. I mean, we're all lucky we got this Manchester Public TV.
I agree.
We are. I mean, so might as well take advantage of it.
Right. And for those of you out there wondering what happened to us last week, no one knows. Some technical glitch somewhere. Maybe it's my high vibration that was just too much for the airwaves to take, so it just shut it right down. And we weren't live for whatever reason, but that's what it is. It's the high vibration coming through, using me as a conduit. So there you have it. So I knew I was going to have a guest today. Lucky me. We'll get into it shortly. So with that being said, naturally we have the inspirational quote. And because I did know I was having a guest, I have the fun facts today. Kind of obvious, but we'll get to them in a minute. There's 12 of them, and they're like all one-liners except for a few of them. So, well, half one-liners, but they're pretty short. You know, some of them I knew. I bet some of them you'll know, but we'll get to them in a minute. But anyway, I forget what I was looking at this morning, naturally, for the inspirational quote. But I like this one a lot, so here we go. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. What do you think of that, Anthony?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that's so beautiful, I think. How warm can you be? How loving can you be to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud? And that is Maya Angelou. And how do you say that? Angelou. Angelou?
Angelou, yeah.
Angelou. Maya Angelou. I only knew one Maya my whole life. From Medford. All right, so there you have it. So here's the interesting fun facts today about where we live, New Hampshire. And this is off of, the source for these were WBLM 102.9. But I get it, you know, I get a news feed every morning with local stories. This happened to be one of them. All right, so here's the interesting fun fact number one about New Hampshire. Who named New Hampshire? Let's do a pop quiz, see if you know.
Who gave the name New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Jackie Gleason. I don't know.
Captain John Mason named New Hampshire after the county of Hampshire in England.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, New Hampshire became the which state out of the 13 original colonies?
What number?
Yeah. Help him out. Come on, think, and he'll get it. Think what number it is. He'll get the vibe.
24th.
9th state out of the 13 original colonies.
Oh,
yeah.
Out of the original 13.
Okay. How long have you lived up here, by the way, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, got here 75.
All right, so you've been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know all these answers, Anthony.
I'll go stand in the corner.
Count to 100. All right, what's the state bird? This is interesting fun fact number 3. State bird.
No, I don't know that one either.
Purple finch.
Wow.
I don't know if I ever saw one. I've seen finches around, but I don't know if I've seen a purple one.
Man, yeah.
Right? Interesting fun fact number 4. This one's kind of cool. Well, watch, you'll probably know this one. Believe it or not, Russian salad dressing hails from the decidedly not Russian province of Nashua, New Hampshire. Sources credit its invention to one James E. Colburn. First plying his trade at a meat market, legend has it that Colburn opened his own wholesale grocery outpost in 1906.
In Nashville.
I guess, yeah,
Wow.
that's where it was invented, yeah. All right, everybody knows this one, but we'll still do a pop quiz. Interesting fun fact number 5. New Hampshire has the highest point in New England. Mount Washington stands at a staggering, how many feet?
Oh, it's
Sure.
over 8,000.
No, you're thinking of Mexico City.
I don't know, but it's pretty high, though.
Yeah, it is, 6,288 feet tall.
Yeah.
Mexico City's over 8,000 feet. I went there twice, and both times it like takes you a day to adjust because you're like lightheaded because you're so high up.
What is that, the highest mountain in the United States? Mount Washington?
No, I think on the East Coast. I think. I don't know if any Smoky Mountains.
I know it holds, we hold a wind record speed.
Right, up there.
Well, Russia beat us last year, or the year before. But
Those creeps.
it'll come back to New Hampshire.
All right, see if you know this one.
See, we could put Putin up on the top right in the middle of winter.
Oh, he'd feel right at home, probably. I know. All right. Interesting fun fact number 6. Let's see if we'll do another pop quiz here. Almost 85% of New Hampshire's acres are forested, leaving us second only to which state in the percentage of forested land?
Virginia,
No. Closer.
Mass.
No. They chopped down all their forest.
Not Vermont.
No.
That
The only other state that we border with. Almost 85% of New Hampshire's acres are forested, leaving us second only to Maine
Maine.
in the
oh,
percentage of forested land.
Yeah.
All right, you know this one. Everyone knows this one. Come on. Interesting fun fact number 7. The first American in space.
Allen B. Shepard.
You're right, and where was he born?
Somewhere in New Hampshire.
East Derry.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting fun fact number 8. You've been here since how, 1975? That's almost 50 years.
Yeah, I came up, went back, and then came back again. So,
I've been up here, well, January was 3 years, so February, March, April, 3 years and 4 months. But I didn't know any of these. All right. And the state flower is, excuse me,
I have no.
I love these flowers. One of my favorite. I love the scent. Purple lilac.
Purple finch and a purple lilac.
But see, I didn't even make the connection. Imagine the state flower is the purple lilac. Somebody who was probably naming, figuring these things out like the color. Maybe it was Prince. Purple, purple.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is what gets me because I've heard of one. Nicknames include, we know one, the Granite State.
Yeah.
I never heard of this one, Mother of Rivers.
No.
I never heard of that one. White Mountain State. I never heard of that one.
No.
Or the Switzerland of America. I never heard of that one either.
Wonder why they'd say that.
I don't know, but that WBLM 102.9, I don't know. But one nickname we did know when I was growing up anyway was Cow Hampshire.
Cow Hampshire.
Right? We used to call it Cow Hampshire. All right, 10. I knew this one. See if you did. The Segway was invented in New Hampshire.
Yeah, by the scientist that lives right here in Manchester.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was always fascinated how they balance
Yeah, you'll see him
automatic.
flying around in his helicopter once in a while.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, I painted his garage.
A Segway? Did you paint a Segway on it?
No, it's just regular white paint, but
Oh,
that was, yeah, I'm trying to think of his name now.
was this before or after the Segway was invented that you painted his garage?
I think it was just about the same time.
So did you get a good fee for it?
No, he wasn't there, and we just had to go in. Somebody had started it,
Oh,
and they
okay.
called me in to finish it up. So we could leave and get out of there. Also did Bobby Orris when I was working for Ideal Painting,
Where did he live?
Boston.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't
And,
know he lived in New Hampshire.
Also did Lucille Ball's mansion in Rhode Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we had to go in and paint just certain rooms, and they had guards there so you wouldn't steal anything.
anything.
But she sold it. That's why they were painting it and
Oh.
to get rid of it, because she filed for divorce.
From Desi?
Yeah, Desi Arnaz, because he was running around.
Well, he always was. That's what I heard. I mean, she
Yeah.
probably just got tired of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
You can't blame her.
All right, so shall we move on? We have 2 left.
Uh-oh.
All right, interesting fun fact number 11. I didn't know this from a hole in the wall, but it's kind of cool. The first American alarm clock was invented where?
It's got to be New Hampshire.
Right, yeah, but where? Yeah, it is.
Merrimack,
No, Concord.
Concord.
Levi Hutchins invented the first American alarm clock back in,
1892,
no,
1929,
no. Are you ready?
1804.
Close, 1787.
Ah,
Just a few years after the Revolutionary War ended. All right, interesting fun fact number 10. So far you only knew one out of these for
I
living
know.
here all these years. All right, see if you know this one. Interesting fun fact number 12. What is the state's official song?
it's only rock and roll, but I like it.
No, close.
I don't know.
Old New Hampshire.
Old New Hampshire.
And there you have it. Imagine. So, how do you like this hot weather, Anthony?
Not really. I just found out I may be doing another mural outside.
Well, as long as you're
just,
not doing it today.
Yeah. We'll wait and see how it turns. I'm waiting to hear some questions, answer to some questions, and go from there.
In Manchester?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's same
Oh,
thing.
are these mine?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I work with Deb Curtin last
She
2 years
related to
ago.
Jane?
No.
Oh.
But no, Deb and I, we work pretty good together, right?
Mhm.
And 2 years ago, it's on Union Street.
I know where that is.
It wraps right around the whole house.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was an African theme.
Yeah.
So we painted African birds.
Yeah.
I did a cheetah jumping through the air, running.
Yeah.
Fastest land mammal on the planet.
Is cheetah? How fast are they? Fast.
Close to 80 miles an hour.
Well, that's fast.
Very.
That's fast.
And they can go for long periods of time. They only weigh 100 and some odd pounds, but yet they can bring down a 300-pound whatever.
Wow, I wouldn't have to want to outrun one.
Yeah, what are you going to do? But most of the people that lived there were from Africa. Some could speak English,
Yeah.
some couldn't. But there's a 31 feet left in the front of the Union Street side that wasn't painted last year because it was too hot and it rained every other day. So hopefully things will work out. We'll come up with a definite plan, get in,
Yeah.
and may have to start coming to work at 7 o'clock in the morning if it's going to be 90 by 10 o'clock and 11.
Right. Yeah. Earlier, when
'Cause
the sun comes up,
yeah.
you could be out there at 5, bright and early. Cigarette, cup of coffee,
Yep, it's
all
brutal.
your supplies ready to go.
Yep, there's no trees. It's all up.
Oh, so you like baking? You bake.
Right.
Oh, don't envy you.
Well, I'm hope to be in negotiation. If that doesn't work out, Pappy's Restaurant. I'm going to be talking to the owner about that.
Where's Pappy's?
Pappy's is on Elm Street.
Excuse me. Where on Elm Street?
You head north,
Yeah.
be on your right-hand side. It's a pretty famous restaurant.
Is it? What kind of food do they have?
Very good. Yeah, pizza, sandwiches, stews.
I love pizza.
Yeah.
But whereabouts on Elm? I don't know if because I always like to try different places. I'm still new here.
They, you know where the health department is? It's right across the street.
Oh, I do know. Yeah. Oh, okay. I know it.
Yeah.
I do know it. Yeah.
Well, years ago, me and 4 other artists, we did some murals out in the back of the building.
Yeah.
And they lasted up until last year when the owner sold the building to John.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
John lives in Florida, but he's up here most of the time. I've only met him 2 or 3 times, but I'm going to see if he'll let Deb and I paint something. Give him a good price and go in and just to have something to
Yeah. Spruce it up.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me. I'm all for that stuff. I love it. I think it adds. It beautifies the whole neighborhood. Changes
Yeah,
people's
and-
attitudes.
I got another letter from another artist friend of mine, Jill Dettenberg. And
Are these all local artists?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I can't fill out anything online. I don't know how to do all that. So I'm going to email her back and see if her and I can sit down and see exactly what they want and see if I want to do it or not and make arrangements so that I can come up with a design and hand it to somebody or mail it to somebody
Yeah.
because I just can't do it on the computer. So I'm one of them.
Well, so am I. Me and technology, it's like oil and water. We
Yeah.
just don't mix.
Some people it comes easy, and that's what they do. They're on the computer every day at work, so they know how to do all this stuff. When I worked in an office for 3 years, that was from 2008 until 2011, and I taught myself a lot of things. And I was in an office that. It was run by the city too,
Yeah.
so all their computers were advanced, and I had co-workers that if I would give them information so they could write their news articles on the artists and where they were in Manchester, they would tell me how to do things on the computer, so we'd trade information back and forth. But that's the way I got through because I'm not set up for all that office stuff. And to me, I don't want everything on the computer. I don't want my banking information on the computer.
Me
I
either.
don't want
Mine isn't.
you know, mine isn't either. And I know eventually it's going to be that way. You know, I don't know how long before it takes effect, but
Well, they're sure trying to
Yeah.
go digital so they
Yeah.
can take away all your freedoms.
with digital, they're going to know how much you spend, what you spend it on. It's just like a receipt that you get at a store, you know, store number and all,
Yeah.
all that. But it's going to be even more in depth, we'll say.
Well, I think it's going to be scarier, Anthony, because if you don't agree with their agenda, you can't use your account for a month. So, and you know, let's face it, who's going to be the first to get kicked in the you know what? Conservatives and Christians and white people.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially Christians.
Oh, they're coming down on Christians. It's, you know, this country has changed so much in just the last couple of years that's real noticeable. It's always changing.
Well, that's what
But
Obama said he was going to do because he hates us.
Well,
And then they voted him in again. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
After he once wasn't enough.
I got a friend of mine, Patty Hedeker, and she's doing research on him and has done research on him. She's still, her and I are going to get together sometime
Yeah.
and find out about Barack Obama.
Go
I
down
know
to the
that
vineyard and check him out. Ask him.
his father had business dealings with Herbert Walker Bush. So I have to wonder a little, like, what kind of business, what was going on. There's so much going on in this world that it's hard to keep up with, like the World Economic Forum.
What's his name is stepping down? Klaus Schwab or whatever. He's stepping down.
I just found that out last night. But somebody's going to take his place.
Right. He's going to appoint the guy already. I read it. But the guy's supposedly he's appointing is saying the guy that's being appointed claims he's a conservative, but they're saying his policies and how he's acted prove otherwise.
No, there's no way that he's a conservative.
No.
Face it, it's to me now. This is my opinion based on what I know. We're headed for a one-world government.
Right.
I may not live long enough to see this.
I hope not. I hope I'm not around.
But definitely, that's where we're headed. This new
The
world
Trilateral
order.
Commission, one government, one religion, and one monetary system.
Right.
That's exactly what they're heading for. And that's why they like satanic Islam, because they intimidate and threaten people with death and torture, and which works for people to submit.
Right.
So they got that done, and once they get that, you know, and then I laugh because, oh, look at this. Good afternoon, welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad, and you?
Hey,
Oh,
Mary.
Wow, Mary, cruising with Mary tomorrow, same place, same time.
Yeah. By the way, Pappy is on the corner of Brook and Elm Street, across from the Citizen Bank, right at the City Lights.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yep, thank you. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been there when Pappy had it years ago.
And what's the verdict?
Well, from what I see, and a few people has, you know, it's on Facebook, everything. I
Yeah.
guess they got the place loaded with a lot of flowers hanging, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And I could never go there with flowers because I'm so allergic to flowers.
Get out. So,
Yeah.
so can you notice like me, I used to have wicked hay fever before, but I can notice it just a little now.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Wow, do you take,
Good stuff. Oh yeah. Certain flowers, like when I go, especially around the holidays, like your lilies and all that,
Yeah.
I literally have to cover my face because if I walk by the flowers, my nose, my face will feel like it's burning.
wow. When I was a kid, it was so, I remember we had a lilac bush in the yard. My father had to cut it down, and I love lilac. But I naturally, you're a kid, I'd smell them. My eyes would swell so much,
Yeah.
they would swell shut. I couldn't
Oh, yeah.
open them. Imagine.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the poor lilac bush. Imagine, I know. So Mary, who loves the beach? Who loves the beach?
I do.
There
I
you go.
really do. I haven't been to the beach in years. And I got some friends down there in Hampton
See?
that own places.
And I think that's what you need, Mary. A nice stretch, relax on the beach.
Yep. Yeah, they're having a cookout. It's either this weekend or next weekend. So I might be going down. If not, I might going into New Bedford for the Portuguese feast.
When is that?
That's it's at the end of the course. By rights, Memorial is the 31st.
Ah,
They make it this past Monday, but Memorial by rights is the 31st. It's always been the 31st, but of course, they move all the holidays around.
yeah.
All the suit and everything. But it still stays on the 31st for New Bedford right into June with
Yeah.
them.
So Mary, I can see somebody blaming you for something. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I don't know who it is, but that's what I
Yeah.
see.
I know who it is.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
What's going on?
I'm just saying. I know somebody's like blaming her for something. I can see them,
Yep. Yep, there's nothing
Yeah.
new with this person.
Ah, all right. What are you spacing out, Anthony?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm talking to Mary
Yeah, I know that.
about somebody blaming her for something.
Oh, you see that in the crystal
Yeah.
ball? Oh,
Yeah. He must have heat stroke, I think, Mary.
yeah.
So,
There's some out there.
hey, any guests tomorrow? Any guests?
No, not this week, but next week I do.
Ah,
Yeah,
all right.
I have someone from a radio station coming in.
Nice. All right. And what are these? If these letters mean anything to you? NB.
The B does.
And the N. So I don't know. Maybe when you hear from the B person, they're going to tell you about the N person.
Yeah.
I don't know. So how do you like the heat, Mary?
I don't mind it. I really don't. I was
That's
so
me.
sick of the cold and the dampness. I really don't mind it a bit.
Me either. And I worked today. It was freezing in the place. I kept telling everybody it was like 20. It was cold. I left and 95 degrees, never felt so good. I'm telling you. I was
Yeah,
like
it
all
really does.
goosebumps
It
when
really
I
does.
left. That's
It's
what,
good. You can drive and put your windows down. You don't need the air. I don't need the air conditioner. I just want the air.
right, and me. But when I get on the highway, I put the air on, the heat. Oh, and here's my shirt. Look, make speech free again.
Mary,
I
you
said-
say you're not going to have a show tomorrow?
No, I said we'll have a show tomorrow.
no
but nobody's
guests.
coming on.
No guest, Anthony.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we can sit and talk about the homeless again.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
the
Yeah,
effect
we
that
can finish it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or you can talk about the effect that the heat has on his thinking process.
Well, I'm okay. My batteries are charged. I didn't know you were looking in your crystal ball.
Yeah, I am. I am. There you have it. Yeah. So-
But yeah, I heard from that. You said I was going to hear from somebody, and I did.
Yeah. Wow.
It's been a long time since I heard from this person. That person
Wow.
gave me a call. I was surprised
Huh.
with that person.
Nice. That was
it really
good.
was.
So it was very pleasant, huh?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know the whole family and everything.
All right. And then besides me, who's around you that has a red car?
I'm trying to think. I don't know too many people with a red car.
Right.
I really don't.
I got one, but I see a red car around you.
Well, I know where my caddy is. It still hasn't budged.
And what color is that?
Red. My caddy was red with candy apple red mixed with it. Pearl
Wow,
red.
nice.
It's right
Yeah.
across the street from
Yeah.
my church, Shiloh.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still there. And it hasn't budged.
Wow, imagine that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And
And-
stuff, yeah.
Right. So, all right, so let's just, and then I see the letter C, big time, big C. So this is, I'm going to say, this is somebody prominent.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Two of them with the letter C.
Wow. Well, one of them, I sort of, the way I'm seeing the C, it's making me feel like they're a prominent sort of fixture in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That person is really part of my life.
Aha, look at that.
Yeah, it really is that person.
That's good. Hey, Mary, how are the kiddies doing?
They're doing good. Right now they're all sleeping. They all had their dinner and they had their snacks. So they'll probably wake up around 6:30, 7 o'clock whenever they feel like it, and they'll have
Yeah.
their supper.
Nice. Then that's Fred. I'll feed him again when I get home. But he was sleeping. I got out of work quick enough today. My relief came in, so I was able to stop home. But Fred was dead to the world. He was on his little rug. I put naturally. I know, as crazy as it's going to sound, I'm one of them. I put the AC on just for Fred, so, you know.
Yeah, I heard they gotta stay cool.
That's
It's
right.
like mine. It's when I put the air conditioner, I don't have any more in my bedroom anymore over here. But I have a fan that I have that swivels.
Yeah.
So I just feel, their fur. And right now, like I'm feeling Ladina, she's still got a nice, cool fur.
Uh-huh.
But the minute it starts warming up and I feel the top of her head,
Yeah.
I'll put either the fan in here or the fan in the bedroom. So when I turn it on, I'll say, girls, the fan's on, and they'll go and they'll sit right
Yeah,
in front of that
wow.
fan.
Right. And here's another. Your phone's going to ring very soon, Mary.
Aha.
So you'll be getting a
I'm
call.
waiting for it.
You'll be getting it, and it's be shortly, very shortly. Just
I'll be
so you
waiting
know.
for it.
All right.
So,
So,
all righty, guys. I'll catch you all later. And if you want to drop, you got time, drop in tomorrow.
oh, thanks. And by the way, thanks for notifying me last week that I wasn't live last week. I didn't even know. Because we
Yeah,
were.
I looked up. Yeah, it was a rerun.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
we were here. Imagine that.
Yeah.
We were here.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m., same place, Cruising with Mary. Thanks for calling, Mary.
All righty. Catch you
Okay,
guys later.
talk to you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
There you have it. What was that?
Somebody stepped on a mouse.
Is that what it was? Oh,
Mary.
wow. All right, so Anthony brought art with him today. Lucky us. Anthony, want to show us what you brought and give us a little background and.
In April, I think it was April the 8th, there was an eclipse all over. And where I live, all the tenants got out and we put chairs out so we could put our glasses on and see what's going on in Mother Nature. And a friend of mine, actually he's one of the tenants there, he's a good friend, he had this idea. He took the glasses that everybody was supposed to use, he put them over his camera, then he focused and took pictures. And when he got them done, I asked him how they came out, and he showed them to me on his cell phone. And he said, "What do you want to do with them?" And I said, "Well, I'd love to paint them." So he sent them to me, and I sent them in JPEG form. Then I sent them off to Copy Express, and they printed them out for me. And now I'm looking at a painting. It's pretty much done, but this is a painting that I picked out from his photographs. And if we get some kind of a little close-up here, this is really kind of intense for color. It's, I would say, pretty much done. It just needs a couple little touch-ups. But I'm going to go and do a couple. And at the William Caston Center, I've been teaching there for 10 years now, art and watercolor, acrylics. So I had my students do this, and they just loved it. So when they come back in 2 weeks, I'm going to have more of these for them to do, but different photographs. Some of the photographs that I've got coming are, one is by NASA, so you know that their photography is going to be great. And I saw some of the photographs that they put out. So the guy, my friend Steve, said he would send them to me Saturday or Sunday, but he never did. So I'll have to bug him this Sunday. But I'm going to do them because the photographs that I saw, the color was totally different. It wasn't bright yellow and orange and you know, with the black around it. It made it beautiful, but there was so many different colors of grays, blues. Just caught my attention, so I'm going to go ahead and paint them and then just call it the Eclipse.
And where were his photos from? We know these are from Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Where's his photos?
All over the United States. Him and his wife traveled South Carolina, a couple places that they went, and just so they could get a different view of it.
Wow.
But I'm going to have him. He was supposed to send them to me, so I'll see him again this Sunday, hopefully, and then we'll see what goes on. Because the photographs he had were beautiful. They were just, especially the one from NASA.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. It's like smoky gray, purple haze, and then you can see the sun, and just, you know, really beautiful stuff. So hopefully you'll send them to me and I'll get them processed, and then just do a couple of paintings on the Eclipse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love that one.
You know, that is, it's really something that it's not going to happen again for I don't know how many years. But it's one of those things that you need a camera to get good pictures if you want something to remind you of, and like these photographs, they're incredible. You know?
Yeah, they.
Because
really
I
are,
didn't think you could take pictures without your glasses, and Ed said, I'm going to take pictures, but I'm going to put the glasses on the camera, then hold the camera up, and so I won't burn my eyes out. And I think the photographs, well, you saw them.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
real nice.
That's, to me, they're just, it's awesome. You know?
They are.
You can't beat these pictures that he got. Let's see, it's right here.
So yeah, I took pictures without without the glasses, and it's just one big glare. Oops.
I couldn't understand why some were color like this, and then other photos were, it had color, but not your bright orange and your bright yellow, and you know what I mean? So I tried to figure out, and somebody told me, well, that when the eclipse first starts, it's not as orange and yellow. It takes a while to get to that point.
So what is this, on the way out?
No, that's
These on the way out or the way in?
About halfway.
Yeah, I remember that, just seeing the little sliver.
Yeah, because right here, that's the moon
Yeah,
fitting in there. There.
yeah.
But it's beautiful.
It is.
There's so many things we just don't, we think we understand. But there's things out in that universe we haven't seen yet.
That's for sure.
And it's just like they found in, was it South America, Peru? They think that they're ancient astronauts because they're, I can't remember what they're made out of, clay or something, but they're hand carved stuff that they're finding all the time. And then there's a dinosaur that they didn't know existed. They found something that was humongous dinosaur. And they're finding this stuff everywhere. Like Iceland. We don't know what's underneath all that ice. We have
That's
no
true.
clue.
Well, same
You
thing
know?
with Antarctica. I
Right.
mean,
We don't know. I mean, there's like the ocean. We can't go to the bottom, and there's no way we can put cameras down there because they'll implode.
right. That's
So-
true.
And if you send a submarine down there, which those people found out a couple months ago, remember the ones that all got killed?
Yeah, that imploded,
just
didn't
went-
it? Yeah.
Boom, you're dead. What are you going to do? So we don't know everything that's at the bottom of that ocean. We do know that they say, like the United States Navy has taken photographs of sharks that are 3 times the size of the sharks around that people are normal to, like 21-foot great white. Well, these things are 3 times that size.
I never seen a shark that big.
I saw one in Boston at an aquarium,
Yeah.
and it was 16 feet.
Wow. I've been there a bunch of times.
And,
Obviously.
of course, that was years ago, but and they lived to be, some of them, 100, 200 years old. I didn't know that until recently either.
I didn't know that either till just now you telling me.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a long life. They will kill an orca to eat their kidney, and an orca will kill a great white, if it can, to get
Yeah.
this liver.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, they're
So they each do their own organ transplant.
right, right. You know, nature can be, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cruel. You know, I mean, I feel sorry for these animals that are born and they're not even alive for 60 seconds, and a pack of hyenas grab it and
Yeah,
run
I
off
know.
with it. And the mother's going, "What? What happened? Where's my baby?" It's kind of sad.
When I was a little thing on TV, used to be National Geographic
Yeah.
show. I used to not like watching that stuff.
Yeah, it gets to the point where, you know,
I mean, I know it's that's
Nature.
right, nature, but poor things.
yeah, especially when the baby is just born. Like, they had, a mother elephant had a baby. Well, 6 lions got a hold of the baby.
Uh.
Well, the mother ran them off for a long time, and they were afraid of her, of course.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you should wrap them up in her trunk, and that's the end of them. Or stomp on them, or put that tusk in them. But the elephant baby was still alive, and the mother was right beside it, fighting off all the lions, and then eventually the lions got the baby.
Ah,
But, you sit there and go, after all that, the baby was just, wasn't even a month old. It's sad, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Crocodiles get animals every day, and the hippo gets the crocodile.
That's right.
You know, I mean, the hippo kills more people in Africa every day than lions. Lions come in second. And I remember the guy that I listened to was saying the reason that people get killed is because they're not using the brain that God gave them.
Well, that's probably
You
true.
don't go in and try and get underwater photographs of a huge crocodile, and you don't walk in the middle of a lion's pride and go, "Now everybody stay here while I take pictures." So they end up, getting killed because they want to get the best photograph of that lion. They want to get the closest they can to that hippo or a crocodile and get the best shot. And they put their life on the line.
They do, but some of these people, they pay big bucks just to get the photo. That's sadly what happens. But
It's sad.
I mean, to put the shoe on the other foot. I mean, if people are intruding your space,
Right.
It's the same thing.
Hippos are very territorial, and I didn't know that they even were famous for killing people and their ability to literally bite in half a full-grown crocodile. They
Wow,
can
look at their jaws.
Yeah, I know, and their teeth are.
I know.
But they just they chomp it.
Yeah.
I've seen lions come across a river, and here come the hippos, and the lion survives. Somehow it just gets out of the situation it's in.
Yeah.
And I've seen cheetahs and leopards that aren't so lucky. And then once in a
That
while...
what, the hippo gets the cheetah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of the time it's the crocodile. I've seen a crocodile video of grabbing a big male lion, drug it underwater, and you figure, okay, that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, there's bubbles, water flying everywhere. The lion comes up,
Wow.
and he walks up on the beach, turns around, stares, and waits for the crocodile to come back. And then he looks at the crocodile like, yeah, if that's your best shot, it ain't working. And then he walks away. Well, he was lucky because, when you grab somebody like that, their first bite, they say, is the most powerful bite on the planet.
Wow.
The great white, the second bite, is the most powerful bite. Not their first, but their second, because with the shark will bite you to see if you taste good, if he's going to eat you. The second bite is more powerful.
Because he's decided to eat you.
Right, is the most powerful of all bites. Great white shark, and then and alligators are the same way. It's measured in tons per square inch.
Wow.
I remember when I was down in Florida for a year, I went down to visit my folks. Then I I lived down there for a year, and everywhere you went in Tampa, on the outskirts of the city, all had big signs, beware of alligators. And you learn to have respect for them because they can grab you and take you underwater, and what are you going to do?
Right, you're a goner.
Right. Not unless you're Johnny Weissmuller and going to play Tarzan or something.
Right.
But animals that are that powerful, it's like going up with a big stick and walking up to a 10-ton elephant saying, now be a good boy, I'm going to... Right. pick you up. If they can pull trees out of the ground that are this big around and bigger, wrap their trunk around
You
and
know,
pull it, it's sitting in the ground. Imagine what it can do to a human. No,
I
thank you.
know. No, I can't help but notice this. So,
This I'm starting over.
what do you mean over?
Right, it's not finished.
Well, I know. So, what do you mean you're starting over?
Yeah, I am. That's why I painted it. And I'm going to
Oh,
start
to
over.
start over. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you're getting senile.
I didn't know you were starting over.
Yeah.
I like this color scheme too.
Yeah, I'm going to, this has been sitting around for a couple of years. But I'm going to have,
Does this have more work to be done?
yeah, I got to finish the hair and
I
end
want to
it.
show them only because I've been
Okay.
pointing.
I haven't got a title for this one yet, but
I love the color scheme.
this is, yeah, if we could get a close-up of this, this is something that, I think it's like 9 by 12 or something. And, yeah, if we can bring in, let me just get the, yeah,
Look at that.
here we go.
That's a beauty. I love that.
It's got a lot of different colors in it, but it's an acrylic, and I don't know how I'm going
like
to finish it, but I will. I've got so many unfinished paintings around. I mean, you don't realize until you've been painting for a couple of years. Then you open up your closet and go, oh boy. But I'll finish this.
I like that.
And, well, I've already got, when I finish my homeless paintings that deal with the homeless, and I've got to really finish them up. I've got like 8 or 9 going at the same time. That's a little
Wow.
but I've got one that's 4 feet long and 2 feet high.
Wow, bring it on. I
It's-
can help you. We'll hold it up.
It's a wood panel,
Oh, wow.
and it needs some work on it, but when you see what I put in there
Uh-huh.
in the painting, you'll understand it, let's put it that way.
Wow. I can hardly wait.
But,
I can hardly wait to see all
it's
that
all
stuff.
it's all a matter of finding what makes you happy, finding out what you want to paint.
Mhm.
And when I saw those homeless people way back in 2020,
Yeah.
I said to myself, where are they all coming from? How can this be? It's almost like somebody pushed a button and they all came out. I mean, there were so many of them, and now there's even more.
Well, different states were sending them, weren't they?
Yeah, I've heard stories where somebody was from Vermont, one person was from Connecticut. But I mean, there's one guy getting famous. He's down here on Elm Street
Yeah.
at the, I can't remember the streets down by Pappy's and all that, but he has a little white dog with him every day.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I think it's kind of cruel what he's doing with the dog, but standing out there in the hot. Yeah.
Right, but he begs, and then it grabs people's heartstrings. The dog does, not him. So.
Yeah. No, so I feel sorry for people. I mean, it aggravates me a little. You'll be walking down Elm Street and, hey, have you got an extra $1? You know, and I look at him and I say, you know, how old are you? 19, 20 years old and you can't get a job? I don't know.
They don't want a job. That's the thing. They don't want a job.
Everybody has a different thing going in their life. You can't judge them all that way.
No.
But you can't help but not think, wow, if I was your age, I could get a job. Just walk down here on Granite or Bridge and Elm Street. There's a temp agency. that'll pay you to work and pay you at the end of every day. If you work there 5 days,
yeah.
that means you're going to get 5 checks there,
Exactly.
a week's pay, and at least work, because I've been in bad positions before. You know, I'm lucky
Yeah.
I've got my Social Security,
And me, I know.
you know, and that's why I'm hoping they don't.
Plus, I still work 2 jobs. Poor
Yeah.
me.
You have to. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, without Social Security, I'd be screwed. You know, I mean, I need it.
And me, it pays the rent. I mean, I don't have extra money, but, you know, it pays the
Yeah.
rent.
It sure does.
So that, you know, that in itself, what a help that is. So
And you don't, you know, I mean, you've got to realize things are changing here. At the same time, you've got all these help wanted signs. I couldn't count in one day. I think there was like 13 or 14 help wanted signs on South Willow.
yeah,
I mean, it's
I
just,
believe it.
they stuck right out. I mean, help wanted, help wanted.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why a lot of people aren't doing that. And this guy down here on Bridge and Elm, he's got a temp agency. I mean, you may not like the job, but I mean,
Hey,
hey,
it's
and they
as
take
they
taxes
say, it keeps
out.
the water running.
Right. You have to have something. I mean,
Right,
you get into a bad position, you got to get yourself out.
right.
And I know it's not the easiest thing to do. And then when you think of the drug situation, then you understand why a lot of it is.
Right.
I do. I feel sorry for him. This fentanyl, it killed my son. You know, I'll never forget that.
Bad stuff, I know.
It's getting bad.
And I'm going to be in a bad situation Friday because I'm going for my first colonoscopy.
They're gonna look inside your body, right?
Yeah, and I have to go under, so for that, I'm a fatalist, you know. So I was telling this lady I know from the Elks, she comes, we get along really good, we socialize. So I said, if something happens to me on Friday, you have to find a home for Fred. So the lady that she came in with says, I'll take him, but they're both telling me, you're going to be fine. But it's like, I'm a fatalist, I think, because, you know, they put me under, that's the end of me.
Yeah. But you have to spend a night in the hospital?
No. Nope. So all your prayers Friday morning, I'm going there 9:30.
Or at CMC?
No, in Derry.
Derry.
Yeah. I'm going down there. And I think they said, you're right, I had to give them the name of my rider and stuff and phone number. And then I
Because you
think
can't drive, right?
Right, either way. And then I think they said, once which I just got the time I have to be there right before the show. I think they said, tell them to return an hour and a half or an hour after the time you're scheduled to come get you. It's like, wow, what do they send you home loopy?
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Anthony, look, we got to get out of here. So I want to thank my guest, the wonderful, vibrant, positive Anthony Williams. I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338. Obviously, we were live today. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed us. Always wonderful. And please, please, please always remember 2 things. 1, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And more importantly, you are a winner.